Welcome to your Thailand Deep Dive. We've got a whole stack of articles, news reports, even some insider info, all about what's happening in Thailand.
The land of smiles right now.
It seems like you're really interested in Thailand. Maybe dreaming of a vacation, thinking of moving there.
We're just curious about what's beyond those headlines.
Exactly. And that's what we're here for. This deep dive is going to give you a concise, insightful overview of what's really going on in Thailand right now.
We'll go beyond those typical tourist attractions to uncover those real trends shaping Thailand today.
We've got some fascinating stories lined up.
From the journey of Miss Universe Thailand
Ooh, tell me more about her.
to the real estate market.
Okay, that's important for sure.
And even a glimpse into the late king's passion for jazz music.
Wow, okay. A beauty queen, real estate, and jazz music.
Sounds like we've got a lot to unpack.
Definitely. Let's start with Miss Universe Thailand, Suchata.
Suchata.
Yeah. 4th place at Miss Universe is so impressive.
Especially since she was the youngest in the Miss Universe Thailand competition back in 2022.
And all those special awards. Miss Natural Beauty and Voice for Change.
It's clear she's more than just a pretty face.
Definitely.
What's really inspiring is her advocacy work.
Oh, tell me about that.
Suchata had surgery to remove a breast cancer tumor when she was just 16.
Wow, 16.
Now she uses her platform to raise awareness about this issue,
That's amazing.
showing how beauty pageants can be a real voice for social change.
You know, I think a lot of people might have some preconceived notions about beauty pageants.
I know what you mean.
Suchata's story really challenges those ideas.
It highlights how these competitions can be used to make a real difference,
Okay, so now for something a little more practical.
especially if you're going to Southern Thailand anytime soon.
Yeah, there's a weather advisory in effect for November 20th to the 24th.
Right, the northeast monsoon season is intensifying.
What does that mean exactly?
It means we can expect heavy rainfall, and there's a risk of flash floods in lowland and foothill areas. And the seas are likely to be rough. So this is important info for anyone traveling to the region during those dates.
So double check those travel plans. This weather advisory just reminds me of how interconnected everything is.
The weather patterns,
Yeah, even though Typhoon Manye isn't directly impacting Thailand, it shows how these big weather events can have ripple effects across the region.
it's crucial for travelers in Southeast Asia to stay informed.
Definitely. Speaking of interconnectedness, let's talk about something impacting a lot of people in Thailand, including expats. The residential market.
It's undergoing a major shift toward luxury properties,
Like what kind of properties?
particularly condos priced over 10 million bahts.
Whoa, that's a lot. What's driving this luxury trend?
It's a bunch of factors. High household debt and stricter mortgage approvals play a big role. Banks are being more cautious.
So it's harder to get a mortgage.
Much harder.
Yeah.
Especially for those with lower budgets. In fact, mortgage rejection rates are upwards of 70% for more affordable properties.
Oh, wow. So this shift to luxury is making it even harder for people to buy a place?
Especially those looking for affordable options.
What about expats? Are they still buying property in Thailand?
We're seeing a dip in foreign ownership overall. But some areas like Chonburi and Bangkok are still popular with expat buyers,
For what kind of properties?
especially for those under 3 million baht.
So there's still some options out there. But those high mortgage rejection rates must be a huge obstacle.
Absolutely. It makes you wonder about the long-term implications of this trend.
Like what?
Could this concentration of wealth in the luxury market lead to more social and economic disparities?
That's a really important question. It's not just about fancy condos. It's about the impact on society as a whole.
Right, are we seeing a growing gap between the haves and the have-nots?
It's definitely something to think about. And speaking of things to think about, you mentioned a potential new law allowing 99-year leases for foreigners.
Oh, yeah.
What would that mean for expats?
Well, right now, foreigners can only own condominiums. For landed properties, they're limited to leasehold arrangements.
Which can be complicated.
A 99-year lease law would give foreign buyers much more security and stability.
That sounds like a game changer for expats who want to put down roots in Thailand,
It would give them a sense of ownership and belonging.
which is hard to get with shorter leases. It makes me wonder, would you be interested in buying property in Thailand? Or does renting seem more appealing given all this?
That's a big decision.
Lots to weigh.
Definitely.
Okay, let's move on from real estate to something lighter. Can we talk about how awesome Loy Krathong was in Bangkok this year?
Yes, it was amazing to see such a strong commitment to sustainability.
I was blown away by that statistic. 98.39% of the krathongs used eco-friendly materials.
That's incredible.
It shows Thailand's dedication to fighting pollution.
And protecting their natural beauty.
It's heartwarming to see tradition and environmental consciousness come together like that.
I agree.
I can just picture the waterways all lit up with those eco-friendly krathongs.
Made from banana leaves and natural flowers.
Even bread. It's a perfect example of how cultural celebrations can evolve and be more sustainable.
Without losing their essence.
Exactly. And speaking of cultural heritage, let's talk about a little-known fact about the late King Bhumibol Adulyadej.
He was a passionate jazz musician.
Yeah, I was surprised to learn that.
It's a fascinating side to him.
So what was his musical style like?
He played the saxophone mainly, but he was also good with the clarinet and trumpet.
Wow.
His compositions often blended Thai music with Western jazz harmonies.
Creating a unique sound.
Absolutely.
That's so cool. It's amazing to imagine him jamming with jazz legends while also bringing in those traditional Thai influences.
It shows his deep appreciation for both his own heritage and the power of music.
It's like he saw music as a bridge between cultures.
A way to connect with people from all walks of life.
And that connection through music is still alive today?
Absolutely. There's a concert coming up showcasing the King's compositions.
Featuring Thai and international musicians.
It's a great opportunity to experience a different side of Thai culture.
Especially for expats looking to connect with the country's artistic legacy.
Music has a way of transcending language and cultural barriers.
It's a universal language.
A powerful reminder of our shared humanity.
Well, that was quite a journey. From Miss Universe Thailand to the real estate market to the King's love for jazz, we've covered so much.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
Oh, there's more.
Much more.
I can't wait. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve deeper into these themes and trends. We'll explore what they mean for people in Thailand and look at how tradition and progress are shaping the country's future. Welcome back to our Thailand Deep Dive. Before we jump into anything new, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier.
About the eco-friendly tourism routes.
Yeah, it all sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But are there any downsides or challenges to this kind of tourism?
That's a great question. While these initiatives are fantastic, there are some potential challenges. One concern is greenwashing.
Greenwashing.
Yeah, where companies say they're eco-friendly, but they don't actually make any real changes.
Oh, so it's all just for show.
Exactly. Travelers need to do their research and make sure the tours and businesses they support are really committed to sustainability.
So how can you tell if a company is actually eco-conscious?
That's the tricky part. It's important to look beyond the marketing and dig a little deeper.
What else should travelers be aware of?
Another potential issue is the balance between promoting tourism and protecting the very things that attract visitors.
I see what you mean.
Even eco-tourists can strain local resources and impact fragile ecosystems.
So even being responsible can have an impact.
Exactly. It requires a thoughtful approach. These low-carbon tourism routes in Thailand are a good example.
How so?
They're not just about minimizing environmental impact. They're about engaging with local communities.
And supporting local businesses.
Right. It's about creating a sustainable model for tourism that benefits everyone involved.
So it's about moving away from mass tourism.
Where the focus is on profits over people and the planet.
And moving towards a more sustainable and equitable model.
That prioritizes community well-being and environmental protection.
This brings us back to Thai Airways and their recovery.
Their commitment to eco-friendly practices is a good sign.
It shows the aviation industry is starting to think about sustainability.
Their exploration of biofuels, waste reduction, and carbon offset programs are all positive steps.
It shows they're serious about reducing their impact.
And their expected exit from the rehabilitation plan and possible relisting on the stock exchange in 2025.
What does that mean exactly?
It suggests that financial stability and environmental responsibility can go together.
It's encouraging to see a major airline like Thai Airways leading the way.
Especially one that plays such a big role in connecting Thailand to the world.
Now let's circle back to the residential market and those high mortgage rejection rates.
It's a tough situation for many.
But you were saying that this shift towards luxury might actually benefit some expats in the long run.
It's possible. As more developers focus on high-end properties, it could create a surplus of more affordable resale homes.
So as people move up to those luxury places.
Their old homes become available at lower prices.
That makes sense. So there might be opportunities for those who are willing to look at the resale market.
It's all about understanding the ripple effects of these trends.
And let's not forget about that potential 99-year lease law.
If that happens, it could really change things for expats looking for long-term stability.
It would provide a lot more security than renting. Imagine having a long-term lease, knowing you can make Thailand your home for years to come.
It's an attractive idea.
What do you think? Are you drawn to the idea of owning property in Thailand? Or does the market make you hesitant? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about Suchata Miss Universe Thailand and her work with breast cancer awareness.
Her story is so inspiring.
It's a reminder that beauty pageants can be about so much more than just a competition.
They could be a platform for positive change.
A way to raise awareness about important issues.
And a way to empower women.
Suchata's journey is incredible. From surgery at 16 to Miss Universe to advocating for others, it's truly moving.
It shows how resilient people can be.
And the power of using your influence for good.
It's a reminder that even amidst all the news, there are people out there making a real difference.
Her story really captures the spirit of Thailand.
This blend of tradition and progress, beauty and resilience.
We'll be back soon with the final part of our deep dive.
We'll keep unraveling these forces shaping Thailand today and see what they mean for its future. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the final part of our Thailand deep dive. We've covered so much, from Miss Universe Thailand to the King's love for jazz.
It's been quite a journey.
Definitely. What are some of the big themes that have come up for you during this deep dive?
One of the most striking things for me is this balance between tradition and progress.
Yes, I see that too.
Thailand is so proud of its culture, its heritage, its natural beauty, but it's also a country that wants to grow and move forward.
So it's like this push and pull.
Exactly, honoring the past while shaping the
You
future.
see it everywhere in Thailand. Think about the real estate market. You have those luxury developments. But then there's the issue of affordability for locals and the need for sustainable growth.
It's like a microcosm of the challenges so many countries are facing.
The tension between global forces and local needs.
Between economic growth and social equity.
We see it in tourism too.
How so?
The desire for authentic experiences needs to be balanced with the need to protect the environment and local traditions.
Like even ecotourism can have an impact.
Right. It's about making sure tourism benefits everyone and contributes to the well-being of the country.
Not just profits.
Exactly. Even something like Loy Krathong shows this tension.
This beautiful centuries-old tradition is now being reimagined with eco-friendly materials.
It shows a commitment to both culture and the environment.
It's a great example of how tradition can evolve.
Without being forgotten.
And that's what makes Thailand so interesting. It's a living, breathing thing that's constantly changing.
It's a country that challenges us to look beyond the surface.
To understand its complexities.
And appreciate its unique journey.
I think that's a great takeaway for our listeners. As Thailand navigates this path between tradition and innovation, what stands out to you?
What draws you in? Is it the culture, the landscapes, the people, or something else entirely?
Keep exploring the things we've talked about today. Challenge your own perspectives and discover the beauty of Thailand for yourself.
Because the most rewarding journeys take us beyond the surface.
To where we can connect with the heart of a place.
Its people, its history, its hopes for the future.
Maybe your own exploration will lead you to something unexpected.
Some hidden gem or a new understanding.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure.